Fufa TV, the home of Ugandan sport, is where you are at. I'm Tendo Nikta Musoke, and the drone shot is giving you Mbale Municipal Stadium. It is going to be the venue of one of the final games of the BetPawa Big League season 2023-2024. And of course, those who have followed us know that the promotion to the StarTimes Uganda Premier League has already been decided. But there is something very special that hasn't been decided. The champion of this season's BetPawa Big League. And the race is a two-horse race between Police Football Club and Lugazi FC. Police are former champions of the league in 2005, and they got relegated. We all know that they have been struggling to come back, and they finally nailed it on the penultimate game. And so did Lugazi FC and, of course, Mbale Heroes. But to determine who takes the trophy, this final round of games, match day 29, is very essential. And Police FC are away to Kataka Football Club of Mbale, just like Lugazi have an away game in Jinja against Jinja North United FC. I'll go through all the other games that are in this match day, but let us first focus on those two. And with me is Godwin Bule. We've been doing this BetPawa Big League together alongside other colleagues. And welcome to Match Day Live, Godwin.
Thank you, Tendo.
Police FC are already guaranteed promotion, just like Lugazi FC and Mbale Heroes. But this final game is also important. Yeah. We very well remember when Maroons FC were priding themselves in being serial Big League champions.
Yeah.
Every time they got relegated, they came back with that trophy. What is at stake in this game, in your perspective?
Police FC really, you can even look at the pictures of their warm-ups. They are really in a joyous mood. For Kataka, I feel awful for them because they had the chance to really get that slot in the StarTimes Uganda Premier League a couple of seasons ago, but they didn't make good use of it. And right now, it's Police FC's day, and it's a good thing that they've really bounced back after that day where they got demoted. I remember one of the last games, it was versus Vipers, and you could really see the look on their faces as Police FC players. But good, the committee has really come up, administration of Police FC, they're trying to make everything happen, and they really won the slot to Ascension. And the best part of it all, will they win the title over Lugazi FC?
Yeah, of course, what is at stake in this game is Police are on 53 points. Lugazi are on 50 points. Mbale Heroes are on 52. So even if they win their game, they cannot surpass Police point-wise. So that is what makes them out of this picture. But the summary of all games, for those that want to follow any other, it is Jinja North United versus Lugazi FC at the Chabazinga Stadium in Jinja. Chigezi Homeboys versus Boma FC at the Kabale Municipal Stadium. Kataka FC versus Police at Mbale Municipal Stadium. Onduparaka FC versus Calvary at the Greenlight Stadium in Arua. Chiinda Boys versus Mbale Heroes at the Batham City Stadium in Gayaza. Chetume FC versus Blacks Power at Nachisunga Stadium. Police, the ones you see in the picture, only need a draw to win this trophy or a win. If they lose this game and Lugazi win their game against Jinja North, Lugazi will be the champion. And it will be very, very, very special for them having come. We know the Lugazi journey.
Yeah.
So I think Police have something to fight for. But it's a tricky one. All games that come when you need a draw are very dangerous, especially against a side like Kataka, who have been so colossus at home.
Yeah, definitely. They really get it going whenever they play in the Mbale Municipal Stadium. But as for Police FC, I believe with the players that they have, they should really get it done and get the title. With all the good work that has come in the season, why not finish it off with on a good note? I can see even Neswe Chizito leading the warm-ups there, players like Kawiye, they've been good this season. Just produce the goods. It's going to be a hard one, but really, without winning the title, yes, we've got the promotion as Police FC, but without the title, they feel that like they're missing something in the cabinet. And I believe Coach Simon Peter Mugerwa, one of his words can be, let's go for the title. It will be good work done. And the player in question, to help them,
Edward
coming back in Mbale.
He had quite a good time in Mbale. He's a legend there, and you would think that the challenge is they know what he can do. And Bule, you know how hard it is to play against teams or players that knew you so well. He has that challenge as well.
The only thing that takes the pressure off him is that they are already safe. They are already promoted, but still coming back to Mbale, he will be eager to give them a masterclass, together with the likes of Raymond Onyai and then Otim Robert, because they were formerly at Kataka and they joined Police FC. It can be a great day for them, but it's going to be a teamwork. Kasibante, you just do your job in goal. Other players coming in, if Onyai is given a chance or Otim, it will be good for them as Police FC.
Yeah, of course, the picture there shows some of the players, and shirt 10 there, like Kabuye, shirt 17 that you talked about earlier, Dennis Kalanzi, have been the key performers, especially in the last games. We've seen them scoring in the last game against Chigezi, Homeboys, and then in the second last game previously. It is that pair that has been fighting. In a season where we thought Isaac Ogwang had been the key performer, where his form disappeared, they have come. What do they bring in this game today?
Those two players have been superb for Police FC in these last few games, producing assists and then producing goals, but within each other. One scores and then one is the assistant. The one scores, the other one is assistant, which is good for a coach. And they've been helpful to easing off the burden of Isaac Ogwang and the likes of Aman Waswa, and then beating off competition like Seninde, Mogume to be starting in the Police FC team. It's good for them.
Well, like there is no pressure, Simon Peter Mugerwa and the coaching staff that has Nestor Ichizito, Robert Sekoyama and the others might opt for a changed lineup. Do you expect any changes as we wait for the lineups to come?
A bit, yeah. Some changes must be there. Our team, Robert, should really be given a leeway off.
Yeah, before we go to our team, Robert, and the police side, the home side, the coach, Godfrey Awachango Toldo, has chosen Chris Ronald Nsubuga in goal, Stephen Namaisi, the captain, Imulo Okelo, Lazarus Ochira, Swamadoku, David Zake, Tif Kahandi, Ronald Moche, Muhammad Biaflo, Marcus Christian Aka, and Usama Kayemba.
A good lineup for Kataka FC, but they'll be really relying on the captain, Stephen Namaisi, with these long throws every time they get past the halfway line into the opponent himself. But then up front, they can be having Usama Kayemba, Marcus Aka, and then David Zake. There are players who are good on the ball. 1v1s is always good for them, and then that link-up play. In the midfield, Swamadokul as the number 10, it will be good for them. Lazarus Ochira helping them, and Tif Kahandi as the 2 CDM. It can be a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, regardless, but they need that midfield stability. And then the back line, Steven Namais and company, Imula Okelo, it will be good for them. But as Kataka, yes, there's no pressure on you, but still you must give the home fans that win in the last game of the season.
Marcus Aka reminds me of the Busoga United striker Ajo, very young, coming in the league. When he came, he even had a student license, I think a double license with the university, and he has kind of executed some good performances. Yeah. Could he be aiming to actually catch the eye of bigger sides?
To speak of Marcus Akas, firstly, he's a Nigerian international. Yeah, he's a foreigner in the BetPawa Big League, but still is doing really good, helping the Kataka team. When you look at how he handles the ball rotation parts and then driving that ball forward, helping the team whenever they get the ball, and then transitioning, it's always good. And then on the defensive part, he's always good on that, because whenever they lose the ball, both wingers tend to drop in the middle to help that they give them the stability and numbers so that not to be penetrated. So it's good for him, but then it will need the work of the number 7. That can be David Zake or anyone else, because they do it as a team, as uniform. When you get to the attack, do it perfectly.
Zake used to have a good partnership with Latif Senkubuge, and without him, I think the pressure is on him, and he has that capacity sometimes to go off. We've seen him getting disciplinary issues like Nuwa Chizito as well. But this game having no pressure, they want to wind it down on. Do you think they have the capacity to upset Police?
Not so much, but this can be a big day for them. Because when you look at their stats in their last home games, it's not been good for them as Kataka. At least you must make sure that you win at home as Kataka. But being that they're going to play Police, the energies can be there and they execute it at the topest level.
Well, let's see what Police have in return to that lineup that Godfrey Awachango Toldo has brought. Simon Peter Mugerwa has chosen Kasibante Edward in goal. Joseph Sentume Yahweh, the captain. Edmond Robert Otim playing against his former side. Ivan Eyam, Isaac Ogwang, Dennis Kalanzi, Samuel Kayongo, Alan Bukenya, George Chiriowa. Steve surprise is that Isaac Ogwang now comes back in the picture. Probably the speculation of his transfer, potential transfer, has given them time to think about him. He has been on the bench lately.
But he has really helped them in this season, getting in between the goals, but also bring that leadership as an attacker, which was much needed for Simon Peter Mugera's team. But still, when you look at the lineup, it's good for this game day to really win them the title. Edward Roberto team, formerly at Kataka, starting. Edward Kasivante starting in goal. That can be a good back line. And then Joseph Yahweh Sentume as the number 2, definitely. It can be good. Samuel Kayongo partnering. And then Alan Bukenya as the number 3. In the midfield, he
has taken over from Martin Owalam completely.
And it's good for the young boy because he was given the chance and he really progressed well. Then in the midfield, the likes of Ivan Eyamu should be really vital. Timothy Mwanguzi should be vital to help them really get the stability. And then up front, Stephen Kabuye, the person that we've been talking about, and the likes of Dennis Kalanzi,
plus
superb.
Isaac Ogwang.
And then Isaac Ogwang, superb.
The most consistent player there is apparently George Chiriowa.
Yeah.
He has had quite a good season, playing against, paired against different defensive partners. How would you sum up his contribution to this promotion campaign?
First of all, he has an understanding with whichever player he's going to partner with. But still, he has been a long-serving Police FC player. There's respect to that this player really, we need to accord him that respect. If he's fit, then he starts games. But then he's helpful to them and then guiding the young lads coming through, the likes of our team, and anyone, or either way Giaconi or anyone else. So it's a plus to him to keep that consistency so that even the Statans Grand Premier League, you can really get the minutes in because he can make his way into even the Uganda Cranes team.
Yeah, actually, I remember handling him during the Spartans days, and I was telling him, your future belongs to the top flight.
Yeah.
And every time they were in the big league, he was like, you didn't predict the future of the clubs. I said, but it's you who has to raise the club. And I think he has put up a good performance, just like Isaac Ogwang as well. They were all former players at Spartans when I was there. And apart from him losing focus along the way, Isaac, especially in the thick of the competition, Chiriowa has been steady. And I think he has actually bridged the gap when the Sentumes and all were walking in and out of the team. And probably Kasibante also, after taking over from Davis, Mutebi, he has also been colossus, making very good saves. But against a side where they have that advantage of Namaisi's throws, I'm yet to see what he can do, Kasibante, and the defense as well.
And that is one of the biggest problems that they've been facing as Police FC. They've been conceding from long balls, set pieces. That means the heading out of danger is not so good for them. The commanding in danger in the danger zones is not so good. So it falls upon them, the goalkeeper plus the captain of the day, to really command the back line. So that such things coming through, who is going to deal with what? Because Stephen Namaisi's throws are going to come through. The goalkeeper should be coming out. Or even the tallest defender, or even Mwanguzi as a CDM can be coming through and helping them deal with them. Otherwise, I'm looking at Kataka coming through with that impetus because they play with a long ball. get the link-up play with the striker, or those crosses from Marcus Aka or David Zake. So it's the responsibility of the back line and the goalkeeper Edward Kasivante to deal with them.
Well, let's have a sneak peek into what the coaches of these sides could be having to say in Mbale Municipal Stadium. Then we can know exactly why they chose those players to represent them today.
Our last game, the first round we played against them, we lost 1-0 at Kavumba. So it means I've come for the return leg at my place, that is Mbale Stadium, of which I'm going to verse them today, and I have to win this game too. It is a must win of Kataka today.
Okay, let's talk about the preparations of your team and some team news that side.
Yeah, the preparation, my boys are good. Since we came from Calvary, we got some accidents, but God willing, God had to help us. Then we played against Calvary, then we came back, but now we are safe, and the team is also fine. We are in the good shape, waiting for this game today.
Okay, let's talk about this being one of your last games. That's the news that we have at Kataka FC.
Yeah, it isn't my last game, but I just want to rest a bit for enough season, because I'm a Katakanian, the way they say, Erufumbi and everything. So I just want to rest a bit, but still behind the doors, it means I'm still there. But it is just like, okay, like that.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Match Day Live.
Yeah, I'm Coach Simon Peter Mugerwa, head coach Police Football Club. It's a very good feeling today that we are playing our last game in the BetPawa Big League. We have that tension, we have that excitement of being crowned champions. We want to give it a good feel. We want to play our best game today. And see we get the 3 points to crown the day, to crown the achievements, and the boys are ready to give their all. We respect Kataka, they gave us a good game at our home, but we also have a good feeling in this ground that our last time we came here, we won 4-0, and it's the ground where we want to take it today, we want to make it today, we want to achieve the trophy. And mark the last game in BetPawa Big League.
Okay, let's talk about your team. Almost your boys are all well into shape to play against Kataka. What some news do you have there?
Just excitement, ready to give, ready to play a good game, win the game. Then we'll see what happens after.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Match Day Live.
Well, Bule,
Yeah.
what do you have to say about that?
Only sad news from the Kataka side. Geoffrey Toda Wachangu might be going in for his last game, according to sources. Definitely, if this is going to be his last game, he needs to do best for the team, because he has been given the time ever since a few years ago, and when they had that really push for the Premier League slot, and then they failed at the last game. And then up to this time, at least they've given him some ample time. But it falls upon to what the players are going to really do today and what instructions he has given them.
The band there has been very, very instrumental in backing Police all the way, and you would think that they would want to have a feel of that trophy because they have not had many trophies. Police is one of the oldest teams in professional football at the moment, because the Big League and the Premier League are all professional leagues, but they haven't gotten many trophies. So you think this one is one they need. But when you look at the context, last season it is Kataka that actually led to Police not getting promotion. Is there too much love lost, or?
They must really find a way to work through it with what NEC FC did to them last year as Police FC, and then Kataka being part of it. Definitely you must get all that anger sorted out and turn it into a victorious day for them as Police FC. Regardless, the fans have been coming through for Police FC, and they have that band sect that really comes on each match day. I credit the administration plus the Commissioner of Police, who has given them this push. After failing last season, they still try again this season. They bring in new players, a new coach, and it's workable for them. And right now they see glory. And what I know about Simon Peter Mugerwa, he can be willing to push until he gets what he wants.
Yeah, Simon Peter Mugerwa will be pushing so much. I don't think there is so much speculation about his credentials as the coach probably when the team comes back. But having said that, Kataka might change. I think they have sucked into the pressure of Mbale Heroes coming and getting promotion and finding them in the big league and surpassing them.
Yeah.
So probably so many things will change. But they've not had a bad side, only that it has been changing a lot. There are likes of Agotre leaving. They have not had that retention of players mostly. Much as they have been known for scouting many players. How do you think they can manage? Because without Police and Lugazi, I think there will be the big boys in the next season. Kataka, Nduparaka, Blacks Power, and then probably if any of the promoted sides comes with that oomph, how do you think they should strategize, especially starting with this game?
Learning from your past mistakes as Kataka. There are many things which have really let them down, and how are you going to deal with it? Maybe prior recruiting, maybe some problems in the administration. These are little things, but along the way they affect you. When you're going to play a game but you don't have a full squad, or the coach doesn't have a fully trusted squad, it will let you down. If some parts of the welfare and administration is not catered for, it lets you down. But as Kataka, you just continue and continue. Yes, Mbale Heroes might have got that slot into the Premier League, and it's certain because it's always a derby whenever they have been facing each other, Kataka and Mbale Heroes. But Mbale Heroes has some history, and they have always been backing on it. So as Kataka, try to build your own. At least time will come, if you really want it, you achieve it.
Yeah, of course, they are playing in a stadium where they have a lot of history of themselves, the emotional attachment. At that moment, when this team came, this stadium was Kataka completely.
Yeah.
That is why they became Kataka.
Yeah.
And it's the administration of this team that actually spearheaded the regreening of this stadium. So they own it emotionally, much as it's a municipal stadium and Mbale has had a lot of history in it. They own it, but then they have not used it to go up in the Premier League. So it's a little emotional for them. Hopefully, the pressure that Mbale Heroes releases, being in the top flight, will help them, and maybe they'll also become the feeder side because they are very good at recruiting players.
They should really bank on that, and also learn some lessons from Mbale Heroes. What they did right, and what can they get from the lessons learned. But as Kataka, they are trying and trying. You spoke of the stadium being planted green, also the structure outside. These are things that need to be progressed with. As Kataka, maybe they can get what they want, but it's consistency.
Yeah, consistency, and that is what we have had this season. The most consistent sides have actually gotten, and one of them is Police, who have not lost a game at home. They have not fared very well away, so you would think their form today is not very, very trusted. But this league has been very, very interesting and exciting, thanks to the sponsors BetPawa. And BetPawa are saying all that you need to do in terms of playing the games in online. You just upload the app for BetPawa and play these games. And if you get that app, you'll practice and get paid instantly, where they have so many things, including one of the most important things that I know about it is when you have a sleep and a few games have gone through and you don't trust the others,
you go and cash out.
You cash out.
That is great. That is great. That is great.
And that is where I say omutitizi.
Yeah.
What is your prediction in this game? Kataka, very good home form. Of course, of late, not very on form, but Police, not very good away. But a lot is at stake in this game, although there is no pressure. That situation is harder.
Yeah.
It's a banana skin situation when both teams have no pressure. The most fluid players can dominate. What is your prediction in this game?
Good thing about Police FC is that they've been scoring a lot of goals, 25 in count, and also counting, and then they won the title on this day. Maybe that can spur them to get it done versus a stubborn Kataka. I'll go for Police FC or maybe a draw.
Well, both of your predictions favor Police because even the draw will make them big league champions. So let's see what happens when we go there. But as they struggle here, in case Kataka is leading, we'll have to have our ears in Ginger to know exactly what is happening between Ginger North United and Lugazi FC. Probably the leaders can sneak and force the situation of having the trophy flown back from Mbale to Ginger in a helicopter.
Yeah, that's what they would want as Lugazi to cause that mayhem on the last day. But also I give them credit for really pushing. They've just come into the starter BetPawa Big League and then they make things happen. Credit to Abdul Kaulu Mwanje, the chairman, plus the players. You know about the recruitation, the stadia, everything is really sorted out. They just have the vision, and today they can really have a good game.
And they have been spurred by one of your former teammates, Ronald Sempala,
Yeah.
Bright Stars.
Yeah.
Him, in partnership with Semugugu Sam, have scored plenty of goals.
One of the nominees of the players of the season for Lugazi FC. That is a good return for him.
Plus the experience of Savio Kabugo and
Yeah.
a plethora of young players.
Elijah in the back line, the goalkeeper Emuran. They've been trying to patch it.
Sally.
Yeah.
Then, I think they have the balance there. Too bad that they had to part ways with Richard Makumbi, Enru, and Gerard Defiti Fosters, because that would have been another promotion technically. But it's
they've
hard
really
to
sorted out.
It's hard to put it on him now that
Yeah.
he didn't complete the season, especially when we know that even coaches who handle the least games are given the championship.
But
so-
history will talk about him, that he was part of the team that led to Lugazi FC being promoted.
Well, at some moments, Police is known as a Lugazi side as well, but it's more a Kampala side, Chivuli, Naguru, but it can be anywhere. But at least you are sure next season there will be football in Mbale, there will be football in Najembe at the Leaders Stadium for Lugazi, and hopefully maybe Kavumba or anywhere that Police chooses to host their games, because they also once used Nambole.
Yeah.
You never know, they can choose to come back to Nambole or opt for Lugogo or anything. So there is that balance, and let's take you to this game to see who becomes the champion of the BetPawa Big League season 2023-2024. It is Match Day Live, Fufa TV, the home of Ugandan sport. Stay locked.